what do we do about it? Like, who do we tell? Who do we run to? Let's don't fight. Don't fight. Thing got into me. I just took the knife and stood, and I directed the knife straight to my dad. Hello there, it's your girl once again with another video for the channel. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, you're so much welcome. Thank you for staying tuned in, and if you're new to the channel, karibu sana. I'm Fenanekesa, as you've heard, and you're so much welcome to this channel. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like my video, and also share it with your friends. Previously, I was trying to do a video and I had some issues with space, so I decided to postpone, and here I am with that video, and I hope my phone won't disappoint this time around. So I was talking about domestic violence, and growing up in a family where domestic violence is like the order of the day, is not something one will be proud of or even want to talk about. And I've experienced this. I've decided to do this video just to show somebody out there that they're not alone, or just to encourage somebody out there. And many other times I used to see this happen in our home, and for sure it's not something to be happy about. So in our society it still happens, and I've seen this happen in many occasions. And there's this one incident where, okay, I have this boy in my class, and there's this one time he missed school, and I was trying to reach out and ask what happened, what made him not come to school. And the boy was like, Mami, jana dad alikuja akachapa mom, and akatufungia kwa nyumba or something like that. The guys who had vurugu akafungia mtoto kwa nyumba, na the mother sijui what the issue was, but I came to realize afterwards, because I followed up, and the parent was like the dad wants to take the boy from her, and she doesn't want it to happen. So akiwa shule, hiyo ndiye alikuja shule, alinicall, and she was very scared, she was very concerned, and she was like, how is my boy, anaendeleaje? And was like, he's okay. And akaniambia, don't allow anybody to take him from school except from me, because I'm having issues with my husband, and he says he wants to steal him from me, and the boy is all I got. So I was trying to imagine these things happening, and for sure when she was coming for the boy in the evening, the woman had bruises on her face. Yeah, the fight was real. Like the bruises showed that the fight was real, and I was very touched, because it's something like that is affecting a boy who is barely 5 years. And in my childhood, it has happened in many occasions, but I remember this one instance. I was in class 6, or I think I was in class 7. This is 14 years ago, and I think I was 13 years, 13, 14. Okay, I was 13, 14 years, and I used to see my parents fight. Like they would really fight. Like domestic violence is something that is not good. Like it's something that nobody would be proud of. Like nobody would even be proud. Nobody would even be proud to talk about it, because it's something that is so traumatizing and very heartbreaking, and it can really affect your child if you're not careful. Like the way it affected me. Even now, I feel like. Why did it have to happen? Like sometimes I look back and I'm like, and it really affected me. Like, let me just say, it really affected me. So I remember this one instance. We were just seated in the house. Yeah, we were just seated in the house after school. So I was trying to help around the house, and nilikuwa nakatakata mboga, and my dad was there and my mother was there, and an argument started. I don't know where it started, and kidogo kidogo they were exchanging very bitter words, and kidogo kidogo my dad was holding a pliers. I don't know whether you know a pliers. Okay, my dad was holding a pliers. I don't know what he was doing with it. And all of a sudden, I just saw the pliers flying on the air and in the air, and it was directed to my mom. And she missed it. She missed it. And from there, he was up and went straight to my mom and started punching her. And all of a sudden, she was down, and anamchapa mangumi mateke, and alikuwa anamkanyaga kichwa kidogo kidogo. Yani it was bad, and I was just there. My siblings were not there. Thank God they had gone to play. And I saw this happening, and I was there, like cutting and I was there, nilikuwa na slice mboga. This thing really affected me. Like, I could never imagine that I was like trying to ask myself questions. You know, when you see something like this happening, you're there, you crying, and you don't know what to do. You even feel like shouting for the neighbors to come and help, but you can't because the neighbors are not around, or maybe because of some reasons you can't. And I was just there, and I was watching, and something got me. I just took the knife and stood, and I directed the knife straight to my dad. And he was like, "You want to stab me? You want to stab me?" So he stopped hitting my mom, and all the attention was on me because of that thing that had happened. And I was all in tears. I couldn't say anything. I was just there standing. I don't know what made me do that. I just stood I just stood and held the knife in my hand, and was like, this thing has been happening for this thing has been happening mara mingi, and it has to stop. Like, I just don't know what made me do that, but that thing really affected me. Like, seeing a 13-year-old holding a knife and pointing it straight to the dad because of domestic violence, it's not something that anyone should experience out there. And it was a bad one. It was a bad one. I still feel so bad because of that. And I just pray that anyone going through the same out there at a very young age, that God will come through for them. Because from there, I haven't seen this thing happening. Like, I remember even when I was quite young, like in nursery school. In nursery school, I would be playing outside, and my mom maybe would be pregnant, alafu wakati unacheza huko nje, you hear somebody crying, and the person is like, niue. When you go to your house, you find your mother lying down with her pregnancy, and she's being beaten up, and you're a child, and I'm like, there, dad, stop doing that, stop eating, mom. And it's something that is so bad, because when I even think about it, it really hurt me. It really hurt my feelings, and I'd never want to experience such a thing, or I'd never wish for anyone to experience that. And ever since that happened, ever since that incident, I've never seen them fighting. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered into their minds when they saw me standing holding a knife, because I've never seen them fighting like the way they used to. And hizo story na kupigana, they stopped from there. And nowadays, I thank God, because my younger siblings haven't experienced that. But when I was growing up, it was bad. It was bad. So maybe there's somebody who, maybe it's happening to you. Like, you're there, you're always seeing your parents fight, you're always seeing, like, these things happen, and you're like, what do I do? Like, I've had so many stories, and it's even all over the media. Like, people fight, and they even take lives. You hear a husband and a fight wife, akamua and kill the children, or even the woman kill the husband and the children, and ended up killing themselves. And it's happening. And what do we do about it? Like, who do we tell? Who do we run to? Like, I remember when I was that I was still at that tender age. When I was still at that tender age, I would tell my mom, why do you stay in such a marriage? Kwa nini unakaa? You know, when you're a kid, you try to help the person that you're seeing anasuffer. Unajaribu kumuuliza, why are you staying in this marriage? Why are you staying? See, you take us twende. Do we have to stay here? Tuchukue twende. And I remember even telling her one day that I'll go to police station and report my dad because of those kinds of behaviors. And I really thank God that it stopped, because it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It's not something that I would want my kids to experience, or any other kid to experience out there. And even now, like, when I think about marriage, when I think about dating and all, this is how it has affected me. Like, when I think about marriage and living with somebody's son, and nione like this thing is going to happen, like, I just fear naogopa too, because I don't know what is to come, but I'm trusting God that everything will be made, everything will go fine with me, because I would never want to experience that. Kama imeshindikana, like, mmepatana mkiwa watu wazima, why should it end up in fighting? You don't have to fight, like, for you to solve issues, because it's not the only way, because you're grown-ups. Mmepatana, huyo kona meno 32, you have 32 teeth. When it's not working, I hear people say that when it's not working, just quit. Badala ya cause many issues, you might end up even killing each other because of something small. Nasikianga kwa marriage watu wanapigania chumvi, wengine wanapigania sijui kijiko or whatever, something small, alafu mtu anakuchapa, anakutandika, anakuchapa in front of your kids, and your kids are affected psychologically, and you're there like their mother. I think they don't even realize I think when these things happen, the parents, maybe they don't even realize that they are affecting their kids. Like, these things are affecting their kids psychologically, and I just pray that those families that are going through difficult situations, like they're going through difficult moments, like those families that are going through domestic violence, I just pray that they find solution to their problems, and fighting is not the only solution. You can look for other ways to solve your issues, but don't fight, especially in front of your kids. Just don't fight. Don't fight. Don't fight. Mangumi na Mateke, they don't show a good picture at all, at all. And I think that's what I had for this video, and thank you for watching me share this story. And I'm talking about my dark past. That's one of the darkest past that I have, and the darkest past that I've ever experienced. And I pray it doesn't happen to you, or your children, or my children, or to me also. I hope you've loved watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly subscribe, supporting me by liking, and also share it with your friends. I love you guys. See you in my next upload on the segment My Dark Past. See you.